Come manifest your best life with 190 Vision.
Self-worth. Many individuals, which I have read either through social media or I've heard individuals say that they don't feel worthy of happiness in their life or worthy of love, worthy of prosperity. It could be anything, as if they don't deserve it. There are many reasons why. Some say, well, I was born into a family where we were poor and it seems like we can never get ahead. There's always poverty around us. We can never make ends meet. We're always chasing a dollar. The ones about self-love, they were born into families where they weren't shown much love, according to them, or they've been in abusive relationships, been taken advantage of in relationships. It could be through jobs or intimate relationships, family, friends. And then, of course, with just prosperity in general in life, just having good things happen or seeing positive things happen in their life. So why is that the case? Why is it that individuals are looking at their lives and saying that they're not worthy or deserving of any of these things because that's all they've experienced? Do you have any thoughts on that, hon?
You seem to have all the thoughts, so you're in a roll. Now you say that the individuals say that they're not worthy.
Okay.
It's also possible though that that's how they feel.
Right.
Right. So and that thinking one thing is really different than feeling it. Because you can think it, then it's not a big deal. Because as we've said in one of the previous videos, your process of thinking changes all the time. So It's not it doesn't last long, so it doesn't affect you as much. But when you start to feel it, it becomes an emotion, now it's very effective. That's when it takes a hold of somebody. So I just want to point that out.
Okay.
That you're probably referring to individuals more than likely that feel that they're not worthy of something more than someone that just thinks it. As far as that's all they do, think it. Not a combination of the two, right?
Right.
Because the person that thinks it, there's a pretty good chance that it won't last long. It's just like a fleeting thought, Like they always say about individuals that are successful. People think they're not afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're afraid. And if you speak to any successful person, they'll say, oh, they get scared. The only question is, how long does the feeling of fear last? Or maybe it's the thought of fear, not even the feeling, right? It doesn't last long. Like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to go and do what I'm supposed to do. Do you follow the difference?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So in saying that, then the question becomes, why do they feel that way? Well, you already said it. They see that in the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the experience, then they figure that that will continue to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's when people probably say things like bad luck.
Oh, yes.
Right? Or they don't get a break. Is that another one?
Yes.
People say?
Uh-huh. Yep.
And the more you say that, then what happens?
That's what will happen for sure.
So what is the real question? Is it why it happens? Or what exactly is the question? Why they feel they're unworthy of
Pretty much.
a happy life? Okay.
Pretty much.
So to answer that, I'd say looking at it from the outside, it's because of the experience that they're having.
Mm-hmm.
To me, the question would be, why are they having that experience? Right?
And I think that's what a lot of individuals who are searching for answers are asking. Why is this happening to me?
Okay. Well, see, that's a different question, right?
Right.
So if you go, why is this happening to me? There could be many reasons for that.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we've been taught by the Center Masters, I would say the two that I can think about are, one, we always go back to that, what they call, The Secret, they call it? That program or movie called The Secret.
Right. Uh-huh.
When they talk about the law of attraction. Is that what it is? That's what they say?
Yes, they talk about the law of attraction.
So law of attraction, right? Well, we don't call it law of attraction. No, we say what? Frequency. What frequency are you vibrating on? It's the same thing, just a fancy name. So depending on your frequency, you attract that is similar to the frequency that you vibrate on, that level that you vibrate on. Everything has a frequency. Even prosperity has a frequency. Okay? Well, if prosperity has a frequency, you don't have to know what the frequency is. But if you just tap into what we consider your teammates, your spirit guides, the beings that are out there that are willing to help you, and have them help you to raise your frequency or adjust your frequency to that of prosperity, guess what's going to happen?
You'll start to experience prosperity.
Right. So now here's the thing. Is it that easy though? Do you just call on your spirit guide and say, oh, Grandfather Pete, I know you're one of my spirit guides. Will you adjust my frequency to that of prosperity so I can experience prosperity? Is that how it works?
No, it's not that easy.
Why do you say that?
Well, again, referring back to one of the videos that we've already released about thinking and feeling, you have to think that way and you have to change your emotions so that you feel that way in order for all of it to line up and for it to happen.
Right. So here's the thing. So you start saying, oh, there are affirmations, right? We even have some of those. We go, we don't say this, anything like that, but just making one up.
Okay.
I am rich, I am wealthy. All right, you're saying that, but then you go to the store and then you say, I can't afford that. What do you think happens in a case like that?
Then you've just canceled out what you've said, but at the same time, you don't have that emotion, that feeling of having that, whatever it may be. So therefore, it's not going to, your body's not going to change. Your emotions are not going to catch up with your thinking or your speech.
And that's more like it, where that you're saying one thing, but you're feeling something else. And remember, which one is more powerful?
Your feelings. The feelings.
The feelings are more powerful. The emotions are more powerful, right? If I were to come to you and say, hey, we had just met and maybe we were dating for a while, and then I say, I think I love you. How would you feel?
If we just started dating, awkward.
Well, no, let's say we're dating for a while, but then I say,
Okay.
I think I love you.
You think you love me, or do you love me?
I just said, I think I love you. Why are you asking?
Why do you have to think about it?
Oh, are you asking me that question?
Yes.
I'm just giving an example.
I'm going with your example. That's what I'd be asking. If you told me, I think I love you, I'd be like, what? What do you mean? You think you love me? Either you know it or you don't. I mean,
but I'm just getting to know you. So.
Well, you said we've known each other for a while. Because I asked if we were just getting to know each other, then you say you think you love me. Okay. But if we've known each other for a while, then.
But maybe I'm still thinking about it.
Oh.
But you get the point, right?
I get the point.
But now if I say, wow, every time I'm around you, I just feel so excited, Things just are very exciting. I'm happy to be around you. Now what?
Well, I feel good.
See? You even use the word feel.
Right.
So you see the difference. But by then, it's more powerful, right? Because you feel it's an emotion. Well, it's the same thing. If you're going to say that you're rich, then you have to start acting like it. Now, somebody out there will say, so does that mean I just go and buy expensive things? No, that's not how it works, right?
Right.
You don't go all of a sudden say, well, I'm rich, so I'm going to go buy a yacht. Go for it. Right? I'm not saying don't do that, but you build it one step at a time because your emotions have to catch up with your thought process. So let's go back now to someone that feels abused. Well, so if they feel that they've been abused, or they've been abused, most of in their childhood or most of their life, how do you change that?
Well, they have to start feeling happy, feeling love for themselves.
They might not feel it right away, but they have to start thinking, right? I'm happy. And what do? Surround yourself with happy people. Why is that so important?
Well, changing your environment to something that's more positive will help you with raising your frequency.
Well, again, you just said it. You said change your environment to something more positive. Mm-hmm. Positive is what? Frequency.
Right.
As Bob Marley said, positive vibration. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you hang around miserable people and all they do is complain, then you start to get that same frequency because that's the frequency you're on all the time. So if you're around individuals that tend to abuse others, or they've also experienced abuse, mm-hmm. then you're still in the same frequency. So if you want to improve your frequency, you want the frequency of love, then go around people that feel loved. Go around people that project love. Mm-hmm. Because that's how you will start to attract the love from them.
Got it.
Do you follow?
I follow.
Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Right? And that goes with everything else. So anything that someone feels they're unworthy of, they should start getting into the environment. See, and that's, for example, here with One Night Vision, right? In mm-hmm. our trainings, we have, in the community itself, we always say what? You shouldn't judge anybody.
Right.
Treat everyone the way you want to be treated. Mm-hmm. So someone comes into One Night Vision, participates in one of the trainings, and all of a sudden, of course, they're all nervous, right? Because they don't believe that they're worthy of being listened to. Mm-hmm. They don't have any good ideas, right?
That's what they think when they come in.
That's what they're thinking. And that, why would anybody listen to them? Because they're not smart. Mm-hmm. So they have all these thoughts.
Or they've never done this before.
Okay. So now they come into the training and then they're told, listen, just say what's on your mind. Nobody's going to judge you here. And if they do, then we have to get that straightened out mm-hmm. because we don't tolerate that here. What's going to happen to that person? From your experience, from the trainings we've had and the participants that we've had, what have you seen happen for the most part? We're not going to say or claim that it happens with every person.
Right.
But for the most part, what have you seen happen?
Oh, their lives improve because they're around the environment that helps them to improve.
But they still have to do their part.
Yes. And the ones who implement and do what, they're guided to do are the ones who really experience the changes.
Well, it's not about being guided to do. It's about just using the tools that are provided to them.
Right. Well, I call that guidance because...
That's not guidance. Those are just the tools.
They are the tools, but we were guided to give those tools to them. So that's why I said
I see. Mm-hmm. Semantics.
Yes.
So anyway, and I only say that because, guidance is very specific when mm-hmm. someone requests, for guidance, like, will you help me make this decision? Which way? What should I do? And then mm-hmm. we don't tell them what to do, but they're given the level of benefit of making certain choices.
Right.
So that's why I want to be specific that what you had said was not guidance, because guidance is what I just described. But yes, normally what's provided to somebody, we're guided to give them, but that's just a tool for them. That's not guidance. Mm-hmm. Right? But if they implement the tools, they'll see improvement in almost every case, consistently. Not every now and again, right? But consistently. So someone comes to us and they don't feel worthy. When we've seen many of those, many individuals change. They become more proactive, right? Mm-hmm. They're happier, most individuals. What else would you say about that?
They're relaxed. They tend to have more peace and calm in their life. They don't feel like they're rushing or worrying about tomorrow any longer or regretting the past. They become more balanced individuals.
Well, all the things you listed, that takes a while for most individuals. I don't know if we have a lot of individuals all the way there where they're relaxed.
No, but they're at different levels of that.
Oh, okay. You're just talking overall.
Overall, right. From everyone we've worked with so far.
But we do see progress for the most part.
Yes.
Again, once they consistently implement. Mm-hmm. So another reason why someone might feel unworthy is because they don't realize we'd say, contract or agreement that they had before embodying, right?
Right.
And that's referring to what?
That's referring to the lessons that you came here to learn, the karma you chose to balance before you embodied in this lifetime.
Right. You know, and that's what we call past life, right?
Correct.
And based on a past life, you might have agreed, well, I'm choosing these parents, I'm choosing these siblings because I have to learn how to deal with abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're born into an obvious abusive family, but because you don't know what your purpose is in this lifetime yet, you're thinking that they're abusing you. Well, they are, but it's something that you agreed to. Mm-hmm. So instead of being upset with them, you should be looking at, okay, what's the lesson I'm supposed to learn here? And once you've learned that lesson, the abuse stops. You know, you move on. Or the feeling of lack, that you don't have things. You might have decided that you're going to be born into a family that struggles. There's always this feeling of lack. Mm-hmm. But so that you can learn how to manifest things. So you can turn around and help this family of yours, and you become this successful person because now you have abundance. You wanted to learn how to manifest abundance. So then you're born into this family that experiences lack in the beginning. If you realize that okay, let me see here. What's my life lesson? We're always talking about we don't have. Let me see what I need to do now so I can always have. See? Mm-hmm. So instead of dwelling on the negative, you should look at it and see how you can turn it around. And I say you because at that point, maybe you're not thinking, oh, I have help with this too. You know, you might be thinking, oh, why did God do this to me? He's punishing me. That's why I'm stressing you, right? Mm-hmm. But we know that the individuals that come to 190 Vision, we introduce them to their spirit team. They get to know, they meet some of the spirit guides, right? Mm-hmm. They get to understand how to communicate with them, how to know when they're around, and how to get the help that they require. So by doing that, all of a sudden, you might not know what your purpose is, but slowly, with the help of your spirit guides, your team, and the SNA masters, things start to make sense. Mm-hmm. And it's not about you being a victim anymore.
Right.
So I don't know if I covered what you were asking, if I answered your question.
You said so much, I don't remember the original question.
It was about why people feel that
they're not worthy.
Not worthy, right, mm-hmm. Enjoying a prosperous life or a happy life.
Right. Yes, I think we've covered that.
So there's one has to do with their way of thinking, right? What mm-hmm. the frequency that they're creating for themselves or attracting. The other one, more than likely, could be a past life as well. Mm-hmm. Or it could be karmic. How about that? It could be a karmic situation. Or it could be a combination of both.
Indeed.
So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Well, thank you for shedding some more light on this whole topic for us. We'll see you in the next video.
Remember to subscribe and like this YouTube video or Spotify podcast. Join the Facebook group 190 Vision to connect with others who are on a similar journey. Get help by visiting our website, 190vision.com, then click on the Help Me tab. Support the 190 Vision mission by clicking on the Donate button, which is located at the bottom of each page of our website.